Hello everybody, thank you for joining us and welcome to our January colour of the month. So we're embracing the colour caramel, which is for all of those out there who are born in January and January babies, this is the colour for you. So today, encompassing that caramel colour scheme and colour palette, I'm actually going to make a hand-tied wedding bouquet. So the varieties that I'm using here today are Anigozanthos. Now you might also know this as kangaroo paw. This particular variety is called Bush Sunset. Now it's almost like a three colour toned product really, because it's got that rusty colour tone at the bottom, almost a terracotta colour, and then as it develops further down you can see it gets those caramel tones, then almost a hint of green, and then when it opens, the bloom opens, you see you've got some yellow stamens in the centre. So it's a really interesting product to use. It has a little bit of a furry texture to it, so as the name would suggest, kangaroo paws, you can almost see like the little paws, or maybe that's just me. So Anigozanthos is my first item. Then this really scrummy rose that I'm going to use. This one's called Charmant. Now I love Charmant because it's quite neutral in its colour tone. So it does encompass the caramel tones, but it also has a hint of peach further down into the petal, and it has an edge of green to it as well. It lends itself really well on this occasion, but it can be used for so many more things as well. So that's Charmant. Also got some really lovely Ranunculus here. This Ranunculus is called Butterfly Ariadne, so it's a bit more of a spray ranunculus than perhaps you would usually associate ranunculus with. Then we have this beautiful Cymbidium orchid. This variety is called Charly Brown. Now I have pre-trimmed that, so that's your whole stem, and I've just cut it into two for the purposes of this bouquet. And I've also got some dried products that I'm using. So dried products are really in vogue at the moment, and they actually help to add additional texture to the bouquet as well. Now I've got PampAs Grass, everybody loves PampAs Grass, and then I've got these dried palm leaves. Now this is called Palm Sun Naturel. It is a dried product, as you can probably hear if I tap it, you can see it's quite sturdy and quite hard, quite robust. So although I'm using it in a wedding bouquet today, you could actually use it as a backdrop for something because it's quite sturdy and solid. So you could lay other products on top of that and they'd be quite safe and secure. So that's all my fresh products. And then my sundry items that I'm using, apart from my usual Florist toolbox, I have a 12mm anchor tape. I have a 32mm organza ribbon. This particular variety is called Rose Gold, but again, as you can see, it brings those caramel tones in beautifully. I'm also using some pearl-headed pins to finish the bouquet with, and I also have my natural twine to tie everything together. All right, I hope you enjoy, and I hope it inspires you to have a go yourselves. So this design is perfect for the bride that wants to embrace neutral colours, perhaps almost reflecting earth tones. So the caramel colour palette represents a logical and sure-footed personality displaying a practical and down-to-earth disposition. Is that your bride? This would work really well with caramel and brown colour tones for the bridesmaids' dresses. And I have some top tips for you. You could make this in advance, so probably a couple of days before. Store it in a bucket of water in a cool environment, obviously frost-free, and then hand finish the bouquet handle on the actual day of the wedding. Okay, so top tip number 2, if you wanted to match the colour tone or the colour palette absolutely perfectly, you could always use some fabric left over from the bridesmaids' dresses to bind the handles with. Then you've got a complete harmony balance there. And then top tip number 3, you could use this arrangement as a table arrangement after the ceremony, as long as you place it in a suitable container of water. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for joining us. So stay tuned for more of our caramel-inspired designs. Next, we're going to be incorporating funeral work. Thanks for watching. We look forward to welcoming you back again very soon. Bye for now.